Hello awesome people, what is going on? It is BradPhusion here and welcome back to more Space Engineers Ascension. So in today's video I will be taking back a few of the ships to the Outpost Alpha. The reason why I'm doing this is one, to make more room on side the ship here, just whilst I'm going to be continually building it anyways, and just as a kind of a backup plan, just in case something happens to the Stargate or something happens to the Phoenix, at least in my nearest respawn point, which will be Outpost Alpha that you see just over there, I'll at least have a ship that I can continue flying around, maybe to find the Phoenix again, or just as again as a main backup. So the two ships I'm considering taking back with me are going to be the Longsword and the Pitbull that you see right down below there, which is a new ship that I just acquired in the last episode, which you guys can see right here. A very nice looking ship, to say the least. So yeah, let me get inside the Longsword right now. Let me take this one back with me initially. So basically what I'm going to do is going to take this back to me, I'm going to Stargate back here, then I'm going to use Kara to get underneath, take the ship back. Yeah, okay. Everything works out rather fine. So let me get inside the cockpit here if I can. There we go, very nice. And Outpost Alpha is just out over there. So, release initially, detach here, start floating up very softly. Let's go out a little bit here. And let's begin our journey. It's too far away, 27k. I mean, it's a little bit of a journey, but again, it's not entirely too much. Especially with a ship of this speed, it should be a matter of no time at all. So I will fast forward and I'll see you guys when I get there. Okay, here we are. Let me just quickly land this thing down and I'll be on my way. Now, there are a few places I'm thinking of trying to land this, because I do need more room for the other ship as well. So I might actually dock this one down below here in the actual room it has free. This might just fit, I think. But if not, we can just reverse it in there. Anyways, dock it and then we'll leave it. And that way we can fly it out there if we ever need to in a quick emergency situation. So back in here like so. I hate how sometimes the perception is a little off. You think you're going in, you know, you think you're doing one thing and you look at it from a different angle and you're completely wrong. But nonetheless, we are backing up in here rather nicely. We'll then go down, rather soft, landing like so. And this might actually give me enough room for the other ship if I so desire to park it down here as well. But nonetheless, this is this one parked down here. And now I should be able to turn it off and make it out. Now, one thing I did notice, obviously I'll have to walk around from the behind, but I noticed this thing had a lot of uranium. Hang on, let me just quickly check the insides. Because this thing, at least as far as I could tell, it's only got 20. Is that all it has in total? Okay, because I noticed it had 230 days remaining when I was flying it, and I thought that was a very long time. But I'm guessing that was simply because I wasn't thrusting at the time it was saying that. So yeah, very low power usage on that thing, and I quite like that. So how do I get upstairs to use the Stargate? That was what I was thinking, because the medical bay is down here. So I have a temporary solution, to say the least. Do I have any steel plates on me? I don't have anything on me. Okay. My idea is a little weird one. Simply not drilling, grinding down a few unnecessary resources and using that to build a temporary platform on my way up. So, for example, this right here, even though I know ruins the integrity of the base, but I'll probably build it back at some point anyways. So let me just, actually I only need to destroy one block anyway. So that was fine in itself. Now I can just simply, if I, you know, put down, say, a block right here, go that way. And now I have a ramp going up here, and I can just do the same thing to basically just get all the way to the top. Let me get rid of you real quick. And put you right here. I should also say, I've now started watching Stargate Atlantis. I haven't finished Stargate SG-1 yet, but I'm watching it chronologically. So I've watched up to, I think it's Season 8, Episode 2 of SG-1, and now I've started watching Stargate Atlantis. I'm about a few episodes into it right now. So that's everything here. That's easy enough for me to do. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I love the look of Atlantis, and even the gates look really nice as well. But anyway, so I'm going to dial to, not Prometheus, but I'm going to dial to the Phoenix, and then take the last ship back over here as well. Oh, I love that gate thing. Also, speaking of gate things, let me know what you guys think about this. Okay, maybe not the critical health side of things, but, you know, that came before the critical health thing. Obviously, I won't do that too often, I just thought that was an interesting thing to do, basically. That animation isn't done by me, if you didn't already know that. I played a game just the other day on my channel called the Stargate Network demo, and I really highly suggest looking at that, because that's just an amazing... basically, it's a Stargate simulator, and that's where I got the animation from. It's really, really cool. So anyway, that's my health at maximum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly Kara underneath, and then I'm going to get the Phoenix's gravity upside... Yeah, okay. We're good, we got this. Then we'll have to move the Assault Raven around as well, which I'll do that momentarily. So we go down here. I could just turn gravity off completely. I think that would probably work out rather well. Okay. Gravity off. Now we should be in 0 Gs. I can now get out of here and inside of here. Very nice. Okay, let's detach. Let's leave. Like so. Very nice looking ship as well. It looks a little odd on the front, but nonetheless, though, it's still a very, very formidable vessel, I think. So, and those thruster combinations, although the thruster formations as well, I was meant to say, look really, really nice as well. So again, I'm going to fast forward on the way to the outpost, and I'll see you guys in just a second. And here we are at Outpost Alpha. So this thing still does overload. I haven't figured out how to change where the uranium is because I can't access the conveyor system. I mean I can access the conveyor system, it's just that they're not two connected entities. So before I be an idiot and crash like that, let me just kind of pull up in an appropriate place and land it like so. I think right down here should be just fine. So here we go, down ever so nicely. And we are now docked. Let's turn it off, and there we are. Very nice. Okay, so yeah, that turned out rather nicely, I think. Still, again, it's a very, very nice looking ship, and actually, I should have checked how much it has within it in terms of uranium anyways. I think it had, not 200, but I know it had a bit in it. Can I take that? No, I can't. 40, actually. So if I do decide to expand upon this base and extend it out in such a way of having maybe even a connector of sorts, I could possibly then extract the materials I needed from this without having to disassemble it completely. I mean, even then I could probably just park it up in the air and grab the stuff out of there anyways. But I'd rather not tamper with the ship too much. There's actually a bit of damage there, surprisingly. Must have taken that when we were flying. I don't think that was from me bumping that. I know that damage down there was from me bumping it, but not so much the thruster damage. Maybe there was some actual thruster damage in itself. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I'm then going to move on back to the Phoenix and hopefully not kill myself this time. What else do... Oh, we then need to move the ships around. Okay, that's fine. Let's go through this gate slowly this time. I won't do the animation every time I go through a gate. I just thought I would do it every now and then as a kind of like a really cool factor. But for the one more time's sake, let's do it one more time. Okay, right, I forgot to turn the gravity back on. Okay, gravity on. There we go. Okay, so yeah, that's a really cool animation. By the way, what is that gate dialing home to? Wait, I know what it's dialing. It's dialing to Earth. My study of the thing after playing the simulator actually makes sense. So to dial Earth, if you didn't already know, I wish I could get rid of that yellow box. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that symbol. Wait. Yeah, I am right. Yeah, it is that symbol. That symbol. That symbol, that symbol, that symbol, that symbol, and then whatever the point of origin is, which we don't have one, considering the gate's moving around all the time. I wonder what the point of origin would be for this. I don't know. Anyway, that's a quick knowledge on the gates there, I guess. So let me... How did I just detach you? Wait. Hang on. You're locked in, but you're up by a bit. That's kind of confusing. Anyway, let me get Kara to come back around here. So then we can use her to get the Raven. Actually, I don't think we need to use her to get the Raven. But I'd much rather... Actually, this might be a weird thing to do. But it might work nonetheless. Okay, so we're going to park here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to remote control the Raven from Kara's perspective. Okay, we can't whilst we're connected to this. Damn it, I was really hoping that would be the case. Unless we have to release Kara first. Hang on. Release Kara. Let's go to the Raven. We can control the Raven. Now I want to go to Kara and use her camera. Huh, that kind of works. I don't know why I'm happy that that works, but I'm kind of glad it does. Okay, so flip it around. And then we want to go this way. There we go. And we should be fine to then look at it from my perspective and then see it kind of come up here like such, and then we'll move it across like so. That actually worked out rather nicely, I think. Now we can see kind of come in like this. Now, I do hate how the RC unit is upside down in this thing. That's the one thing that annoys me about it the most. But nonetheless, we'll drop it down. Have to have it back a little bit as well, obviously. So god damn it, inverted controls. Why are you so painful? Okay, that's one landing gear locked in. Let's get two locked in, shall we? Oh, there you go, all three. Dampeners off. Let's disconnect and see how much room do we have. We have plenty of room here, and I think Kara has plenty of room as well. But just to be safe, I'm just going to move it back a little bit, but I'm going to do it in my own perspective. So let's release dampeners off, back a little. Just back enough so that we have enough room. That's all I'm really concerned with right now. Dampeners on. There we go. Let's go up just a little tiny bit. Basically, I just want it kind of off the ground so it doesn't cause any conflicts when I'm locked in. There we go. Okay, you're good. Sweet. And now to get Kara back around, and we are all good, and you're back on the ground then. That's okay. So everything's set out rather nicely, considering we're just doing ship management, but still, we got everything we need to get done. Let me just quickly pull this up. I think there was some damage done. No, none at all. That's fine. I thought there was a bit when I was lifting off the ship. At least it looked like it was damaged in some way. But nonetheless, let's come here, spin around a little. Let's go to my perspective again, and we'll have a look at it like this. Back up, and just down, ever so nicely. Lock it in, dampeners off, release, and we got plenty of room for everything, I believe. Yes, awesome. Okay, so everything worked out rather nicely. Perfect. And now my HUD should not be cluttered of beacons instead. Well, I mean, obviously I have them, but also I noticed before when I was flying away from the ship in the longsword, all the beacons combined said "Ask Craven." I thought that was kind of funny. So let's go and explore, shall we? Let's go in a destination that we haven't actually headed in. So where is everything? There's Prometheus, there's Arx, there's the Outpost. So essentially we should be heading in that direction towards that asteroid clutter. I think that's probably the best move we should make. So let's start spinning around. Let's do a quick scan to see if anything is in our direct frontal region. I won't so much go for small ships anymore. If I find stations and stuff, I'll probably scan for them more than anything else. So let's go scan and see what we get. So stationary large, drifting large. Drifting large. Why would a drifting large come up, of all things? I mean, I know stationary is quite common. Obviously, a lot of things are stationary. But I've never seen a drifting one before. Maybe that is intriguing enough for me to go after it. Elevation is 26, azimuth is -55. So that is around about 55. About there, and then up there somewhere? Just quickly scan that again. 13, -23. Okay, so I'm still not quite close to it. 6, -14. Wherever it is, it's definitely avoiding me quite completely. -9 and 6 still. I know it's moving, so it's going to be hard to kind of track it, but let's go check that out actually. I am actually fairly intrigued with why I've now come across a drifting ship for the first time in this playthrough. I think it's the first one I've come across that's actually been drifting, other than the enemy vessels, of course, which I've come across quite frequently. The ones that are the cargo ships of sorts. But anyway, we're now leaving again. I'm going to be very happy once we finally hit the 1 million meter mark. I think it'd be kind of a goal that would be really nice to set at some point. Anyway, let's scan again. Let's make sure we are kind of close. 6, -8. We still have time. 6, -8. Roundabout-ish. Dampen this on a little bit here, and there we go. So we're still maintaining our spin, but that's because of all the ships we have locked onto the side of our ship here. Because we still have 3 ships kind of locked on by landing gears, they kind of weigh down the vessel just ever so slightly, nothing too major. But yeah, so let's see what exactly this thing is. If it's worthwhile getting, obviously I'll get it. If not, then I won't worry about it so much. But for the most part, I'm going to fast forward till we eventually come across it. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Oh, we found something! I didn't even notice its beacon come up at first. It actually has a beacon though. Why does it have a beacon? Other things that have beacons can't be scanned. But either way, it has a beacon, and that beacon has been scanned. So let's keep our distance for safety reasons, because this thing is actually powered on. And we've actually found something other than the Stargate things that's actually powered. Renaissance. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping my distance for the most part. I don't want to risk the Phoenix's life, all things considered. So I'm just going to kind of stop on its outskirts here. Check it out with Kara's camera, see if we can see anything worthwhile. And then maybe send the Raven as a, kind of like a scout ship of sorts. So we're going to stop around about 2k's away, which should be fine, all things considered. Let's come over here and we'll kind of pull in a little. So there we go, 2k's out, definitely further away than any guns that it might have will be able to shoot us. Let's go check this out. So Kara, what exactly do you see through your camera here? Let's disconnect here, let's have a look. Oops, I should have started controlling Kara so I can actually do that. It's a ship of sorts? I think it's a ship, hang on. It has glass windows on the front. That's what makes me think it's a ship of sorts. But there's a higher chance it has weaponry, being that it's powered and it's a ship. I see its antenna on the backside. Let me just forgot I could just look directly at it. Its antenna's right there and such. If I turn my HUD on again, you can definitely see it's there. There's a second antenna of sorts as well. I just noticed that. I'm not too sure. It does look like it's a ship that might be friendly. I mean, it's a green tag, it's not red tag, but it might just fire on moving targets regardless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park here, and I'm actually going to take... Actually, I'm going to take Bluey. I'm going to take Bluey this time. Well, because Bluey has more armament anyway, so if things do get hairy, then, well, I should be able to shoot them. Can I get inside you, please? There we go. Oh, yep, thank you. Okay, powered on.
Ship fuel critical.
You're not critical, I just turned you on. Okay, so, everything is good. Let's disconnect from here. And, let's go see exactly what this is. I am very, very much intrigued with whatever this is. So again, we're going to keep our safe distance for the most part. We don't have any way of actually zooming in and seeing that unless we had a camera on this thing, which I probably could have built. But we'll know if we hit any resistance when we get around about 800 meters or so within this target's radius here. I still can't see too much. 2 beacons, 1 ship so it seems. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dip my feet in the water just ever so slightly here to see whether or not it's going to target me. I haven't seen any gunshots of any sort just yet. I haven't even seen any targeting lasers. So this might be safe. So as far as I know, it's a neutral target. It's a neutral vessel being green beacon and such. But that doesn't mean it won't fire upon me. So it seems for the most part to be kind of safe. Again, I'm a little wary about that, but what are you exactly? You are definitely a ship. A very very odd-looking ship, to say the least. No offense to its creator. Very slim. I kind of like how slim it is. It has a refinery in the back there. That's kind of nice. Maybe it has an assembler in there as well. It has solar panels. That's kind of cool. Got to give him credit for doing that. I don't often build with solar panels myself, so... And it's got batteries as well. So I think this is actually something worthwhile checking out. The only issue I have is I don't know where its gravity is. Oh, okay, I know its gravity is now. It's this way. But, that being said, I don't know where its entrance is either. It's right there. Okay. So, I can't turn off its gravity to gain access to the ship. The only thing I can do is land on the top and get in somehow. And then maybe, you know, obviously repair it at some point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dock down here with this one. So we should be within its gravity range, kind of. Once we dock and everything. Let's go down here. Okay, we're now locked in. Still, since we're out of gravity range, maybe the gravity range on the ship is set to be exactly the size of the ship here. Either way, let's get out. And we are still, again, out of its gravity range. Okay, that was an issue I was kind of expecting. But how would I gain control of this? The only thing I can think of is getting access to its cockpit of sorts. Maybe that would help me. No, not its cockpit, sorry, one of its control panels. Is there any exposed? The only exposed ones I can think of would be on the underside, and I don't want to risk doing anything outside the ship on the underside because, well, for obvious reasons, the gravity field could affect me and just kind of throw me away, which is the last thing I want right now. Okay, thinking of this the most logical way possible. How can I do what I need to do? I could shoot the door open and then somehow get myself inside like that. That could work. I am considering it because that'll at least give me access to the ship. Or shooting some part of it so I have a hole that I can get myself into. There appears to be a light coming from... Oh, it's a window there. Okay, I was wondering why I just saw light just on the wall. A few different ways I can take this. Obviously, I'm just trying to think of the best one that wouldn't necessarily jeopardize my life completely. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up as close as I can to this door here. So I shouldn't miss it all. Well, that wasn't the best way of opening up a door. I was kind of hoping the door would just kind of disappear and not leave dents of everything. Can I see inside there? Is it just... There's no way it's just complete black. Okay. So that doesn't help us at all. I guess the easiest thing to do is to destroy the glass. Grind down the glass and then throw myself inside the ship. That's probably the better solutions I can think of right now. But this thing, as far as I know, this doesn't have an RC unit, does it? No, it doesn't. So even if I did decide to get out of this, there would be no way I could actually get myself back inside. So either throw myself through a hole, which is now moving, by the way, if you didn't already know that. And then risk losing Bluey as well. Oh, it's such a annoying standstill I'm at right now. Let me just quickly dock on here and try to slow this thing down using my own thrusters of sorts. Slow down. Okay, we're going kind of not very slow at all, and now we're okay, still drifting. But we have slowed down, we have calmed it down for the most part. Okay. I still think my idea of destroying the glass and getting in that way is probably the better idea. But let me just go Gatling guns, disable all but one. I just want to do this just so I can be safe with what I'm shooting. So I don't want to damage it so much. Come on. I know glass is resilient, but damn. Again, I don't want to cause more damage than I need to get inside this thing. How much shots can a piece of glass take? Damn. Okay, there we go. Now I need to... This is going to be risky. We have dampeners on, so... Okay. That worked. It wasn't the best thing to do, but it worked. Turn on dampeners on. Okay, we've now just acquired another small ship. Other than the Phoenix, of course. Nice. Okay. I didn't mean to cause so much damage to your ship, I apologize. Oh god damn, that's what was causing the Can I grab you? Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me fix you if I can. Was that wasn't the door I was shooting, was it? Just quickly grind this down here anyway. Don't want to repair the outside, or what's out here anyway. So I want to ask you guys before I end today's episode, what your thoughts are on Keen talking about, or Marek more so, talking about the addition of oxygen and planets to Space Engineers. Because I read the post about it just the other day, when it was announced actually, that they were, it was basically the next big goal or project of sorts is to work on planets and oxygen. Oxygen apparently would be a lot easier than planets, I believe. But planets will be a little bit more difficult as the engine has a hard time handling certain larger structures. And I think that's probably where my thoughts go exactly, is that I want to see it done, but I fear that the engine might not be able to handle it for the most part. This is kind of cool though, this actually looks really nice. I am really glad I found this. This has a holographic projector though. What is that projecting, I wonder? Am I able to see that? Let me just quickly look here. It might be able to project itself, and has pistons. What is this exactly capable of doing? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's activate the pistons. We'll fly away from the from Bluey for just a second here. I just want to see what exactly this ship is capable of doing. It's all battery operated right now as well, so that's kind of nice. So, pistons. What is your goals here? Absolutely nothing. Actually, I have no idea what the pistons do. Did the pistons extend? I did reverse them, but I have no idea if they've actually done anything at all. Let me go here and just see if they, current position is nothing, so they haven't moved at all. Okay. Also, another language I don't know of necessarily. I know that means passenger, at least I believe that means passenger. Okay. So these don't actually do anything then, sadly. I was really hoping that they would. But they seem like, even though they're turned on, they don't feel like moving. Okay, so I guess it doesn't do anything then, sadly. And propulsion and whatnot as well. So anyways, I might leave this here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. I'm not too sure what to do with this ship exactly. I am thinking of definitely keeping it, maybe taking this to the outpost as well, and using it as a kind of forward operating base for that outpost specifically, whilst I continue my journeys with the Phoenix. That, or maybe even using this ship instead of the Phoenix. I don't think so though. I think the Phoenix deserves to stay. So yeah, I might take this one back to the outpost. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Stay awesome, everyone.